Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Noir on Air.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. My name is Malik.
My name is Jason, and we are back.
Yes, we
It's
are.
been a bit, but things are still happening in the world. And what are we talking about today?
So
Malik,
today, this week has been absolutely crazy. The amount of stuff that's been happening. We've gotten stuff from NASA.
Right.
We've gotten 420, Earth Day.
all packed up into 7 days. you
Yeah,
know?
for real.
And then we got to do another week next week.
Yeah, for real.
Right.
And that's great.
Right.
And then, of course, as you guys know, we finally got the verdict, the Derek Chauvin trial of the murder of George Floyd. So that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about, our reactions to it, just any random thoughts to it. But yeah, let's get right into it. And here we go. So I remember when I first started watching this trial. It was actually by accident because I was at work. And the computer that I have at work, right, so busy, right?
Yeah.
The computer I have at work, it's got so many sites blocked, but YouTube, which is crazy. The one site that really should be blocked is YouTube. So I'm on YouTube, and it pops up as a recommended thing to watch. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna watch it. So I literally caught it while they were doing the opening statements.
Okay.
They played the whole video of the 9-minute and 29-second thing. They played the whole thing. Yeah, so ever since then, I've really been watching it like heavy every single day.
Okay.
Did you get a chance to watch it, or were you like clips? Like, how were you?
Yeah, little clips. It's still a tragedy,
Absolutely.
As much as I want to tune in and be informed, it's still, a person lost his life, for basically no reason. And, all right, tuning in, you obviously have to know what the verdict is, but, like, as far as, like, tuning in and watching it, I didn't tune in. I'm not gonna lie.
No, and I think that's interesting because I think when I first started watching it, I had that opinion about, this is kind of rough to watch. A person died. They're talking about a person who's not with us anymore. But as it went on, as I kept watching it like every day, it became more of like a learning experience to really see how the judicial system works, to see how the witnesses work, to see the professionalism of both sides. In an actually a really terrible situation. But to me, it was really interesting. It was very interesting. Seeing what people said, the question they were asked, and wondering why they're asking that question.
Alright, it's a very messed up situation, but at least the right verdict was chosen this time.
Yeah, and actually, I was very surprised that Derek Chauvin got all 3 counts guilty, because I was speaking to my father about it. My father is like in his 50s. Oh, I hope he watches these videos, so now I just dropped his age. But he's in his 50s. His birthday is coming up this week, by the way. Wednesday.
Okay.
It's coming up, so for
another
sure.
one where always got to celebrate a black man's birthday.
Absolutely.
Every year where it's not given. Facts.
And I was talking to him about the trial at first because I was watching the trial. He wouldn't be able to watch it, so I would give him updates every single day on like what happened, whatever, so and so. And he was like, Malik, don't be surprised if he get no charges. I'm like to him, I'm like, what do you mean? There's video. There's video. There's no way. To me, at least he was gonna get manslaughter, but I didn't think he was gonna get all the charges at all.
So it's crazy.
I'm not too. I don't want to say educated in the judicial field or that realm. I know a few things, but them having that video and them having the testimony from a 9-year-old girl, that really solidified that he was at least going to get manslaughter. But like I said, I was actually out of town at that time, and I didn't see it live, which is crazy. I watched the whole thing live, but the verdict. I get a text from my aunt saying, "Oh, this so and so blankety blank got got all the charges."
y'all can fill in the
yeah. So it was really crazy, just seeing everything put together. But how do you feel it's gonna be like for families who have sons and daughters who this has happened to? And
I hope this makes like a real impact, that there are consequences to messing up on the job as a police officer, because I feel like their job is tough. They're protecting and serving, but some of them go a little bit extra, and honestly, no one has dealt with the consequences. So now this is the first one we've seen. It, like you said, was live, free for everybody to watch.
Yeah, that's a big difference there.
Yeah, so maybe it's gonna put a little, I guess, message in the cops' mind and think twice but even their life is still on the line. In that situation, obviously, he's doing way too much, and you need to be held accountable. Full charges.
Yeah, so actually, I believe it's June 18th. We'll actually get the sentencing. So we'll really see how long he's going to be in there for and everything as far as probation and stuff like that.
The things I saw, wasn't it like a combination? It was basically life.
Because he got all charges.
Yeah, it was like 30
I believe
40,
it adds up.
10 and then like a 5 to 10, something like that.
So,
I mean, I doubt he's going to get all those years, but we doubted the non-guilty, so they might just give him the whole book.
But what's actually really unfortunate, which I hope this doesn't become a not a theme, but something in the future. The day before they got the verdict, there was a politician, a female African American politician. I can't remember her name right now, but she said live that if we don't get the verdict that we need to get, for people to be in the streets and be confrontational. Now, the crazy part about it is that next day before we got the verdict, the judge mentioned her name by her name and said and told the defense attorney that this is grounds for you. This is grounds for you to.
It's like enticing a riot.
Yeah. Essentially. So basically, where Derek Chauvin can be let off completely
and just washed away.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna try that. So there's a lot of things that's going on. But as far as for the culture getting this verdict,
yes,
I really hope it's not just okay, guys. You got this. You got this verdict, but all the other ones are gonna be how they usually are. You know what I'm saying? I really hope that through the bill that they're trying to pass, and they're trying to pass this bill and attaching George Floyd's name to it regarding police reform and how they're trained and the methods they use as far as force. But like Jay is saying, being a police officer is a hard job. It's a very hard job. And you constantly... I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you have to realize that you chose this job. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
So there's a chance every day you wake up, you might not make it back home. And it's unfortunate that we don't make it home, but they do.
I agree.
It's a very unfortunate situation regardless. Yes, we're happy we got a verdict, but George Floyd is still not with us.
A man lost his life, and then a man potentially might lose his life in jail.
Seriously, it's a sad situation.
The eye for eye,
So, do you see this trial when you have your potential child? Do you see this as a trial that you're like, listen, I remember when I was so and so, this happened. Do you think you're gonna tell him this story?
I think I'm gonna tell him about the year of 2020.
Wow, right?
Man, 2020 was the craziest year we've all been through, and so many stories, so many things to tell. So many stories that we had to start this YouTube channel and
absolutely
talk our piece on every topic.
One of the craziest parts for me, which really added to the intrigue, was that this trial had so many different camera angles. They had body cams, they had cell phone footage, they had footage from the store, cup foods,
because usually footage. With things like this, you only get one footage.
Yeah, you don't see it.
The cop might turn off his body cam. You might get blurry, pixelated footage, but a lot of it was high def. You knew what was happening. Inexcusable.
Just the thought of a camera. A camera plays two different roles in this. It allows the public to see what actually happened, and the camera allows us to see the trial proceedings. So those two things I've really experienced really heavily during this trial. And something they also did was, let's say they have a footage from the person who was taking the video, right? And then they have footage from across the street. They synced it up. So you could be watching it from two different angles at the same. It was just
crazy.
The use of technology was just. Chauvin showed no not remorse, but he showed no facial expression that what he was doing that he thought was wrong. But the other two cops, you could see in their faces there's something wrong with this situation. It doesn't take away from what happened. It does not take away from it. But
where they knew it was wrong.
The look on Chauvin's face, to me, it's the hands in the pocket. it was the hands in the pocket, and he was just kneeing on George Floyd's neck, like just comfortable,
or not caring.
And let me tell you, they did this one part during which is crazy. They had a footage of Chauvin's the bottom of his boot, and they said once his boot left off the ground, all of his body pressure was on George Floyd's neck. And then scientists went and told us how much cubic pressure they I'm telling you, like, although it was a messed up trial, it was crazy interesting. But 3 cops, I believe they're all gonna be on trial, and I believe they won't come down as harsh on them as Chauvin, but there's going to be definitely some repercussions. But, you know, like we said, it's a very unfortunate time for two people, for two people's families, for the whole world to see.
Condolences to the family.
But, you know, we felt that this is necessary to talk about. It's a hot topic. It's something that's important to the culture, something that's important to both of us.
That can happen, you know, tomorrow. You know, God forbid, but it can happen to anyone.
And it's please just be careful out there.
Please stay safe. Yes.
But yeah, we do appreciate you watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes,
we have more content like this coming.
Yes, sir.
And I'm your boy Malik.
I'm your boy Jay, and
that is a wrap from the War on Air.